Today's video is all about curling your own hair using straightness. Everybody makes it look so easy. For me, it's a task that's impossible. But before we get on to the video, I invite you to subscribe if you haven't already. Whilst you're there, hit the bell which will notify you every time I upload a video. And I upload a variety of videos. Yes, a whole mishmash. Vlogs, wine reviews, recipes, basically real life. That's what my channel's about, real life. Anyway, today's drink is a great big cup of water, because it's Tuesday and I'm on the water today. Is the truth. I don't normally film on a Tuesday, but it was Ruth's day off, who is our expert today. She will try and teach me how to curl my hair. So yeah, it's her day off, so we decided to do it today. So it's going to be a very natural video. You might even see Georgie making the odd appearance. I don't know. It all depends on how good my editing is. But yeah, the end product here, I'm going to be honest with you, Ruth had to kind of sort it out for me. So Ruth will explain, she will show on her hair, she will show on my hair, and then she will try and teach me to do it myself. I don't know if that's gonna happen. I'm really useless at doing hair, hence why I need to go to the hairdresser every week. I can't even straighten my own hair, and I have straight hair, more or less. So that tells a story in itself. So without further ado, let's get started, and Ruth, do your thing.
So we've got two different types of straighteners with us today. I've got Andrew's old, these are the original GHDs from I don't even know how long ago. But Andrew's going to use them just because that's what she's got to try. But I've got my, these are mine, these are still a wee bit older, but these are just a GHD Mark 5 I think they're called. So I'll be showing her how to use them with these, and Andrew will have hers. But also once we've finished, I've brought my tong with me. This is a GHD soft curling tong. This is a larger one. So this is what I usually use to curl my own hair. So I'll show you that at the end, but to begin with we're going to show just like a natural kind of soft loose curl, and I'll show Andrew how to do it. I'll show my own hair first and then I'll help teach Andrew how to do it. Because these are an older style, that's what I was saying to Andrew, the difference is a lot of the time when people are curling themselves, they struggle because they say to me, clients, that they're taking a section but as they're turning it they're kind of pulling it and it starts sticking type thing, and then they get lines on their hair. So that's what I was explaining to Andrew, that's the difference with the kind of newer GHDs. I don't know if you can see, but they're not actually designed to fully shut. There's a slight wee gap, whereas you can see in the very first type of GHDs they're more for actually straightening, so they do clamp in a wee bit closer together. So that's what makes it easier to get that smooth finish when you're curling your hair. The trick is not to hold it too tight because it will pull. Whereas if you're just like clamping them together enough so that they've still got a slight gap, your hair will just glide through them and you shouldn't get any lines in it. Because
that's what I find. I'm here in the background by the way. That's what I find, that they tug. Mine tug when I'm pulling them through. Yeah. At the bottom I feel as if it's tugging my hair. That's a
trick always to remember, because when you're putting it, and it's usually like that at the top, when people first clamp that line in, they're putting it on and then they're kind of stuck, so then you're going to get all those lines in your hair. You can see it there in the colour.
Yeah, I can see it.
So I'll show a couple on my own hair of how I would do it. Usually if I was doing a client I would section it all, but if I'm just doing it myself in the house, which you would be doing too, I usually bring it just in two sections because my hair's long with the extensions, and I just pull, because I don't like taking two smaller sections, you'll get them a wee bit tighter. So I take probably about an inch from the back here. I'll cut mine out the way so you can see it better. Nothing too big and nothing too thin, just about an inch and a half section, and I would hold it just like that, holding it out from your head. And this is where, when I was to go in, I would hold the straighteners coming down the way if you want to keep length. If you hold it like kind of coming down vertical like that, it'll keep your curl long. Whereas usually before I got a lot of training and stuff with GHD, I would pull it out the way, like I would do my curl and kind of pull it like that, and that'll just make your curl jump up a wee bit. So if you want your curl to be a wee bit fuller and jump up, then you would do the same but pull it out. But I'm going to show you just a nice soft kind of longer cuddle. So I put it near the top, about an inch from the top, and like, don't really press down, just enough so that you've got it on hold. And then do one kind of turn right round, like a 360 turn, so that you're back to where you started. So your hair should sit coming out there at the ends there. So if you can hold that first, then you know you've got it put in properly. And then I would just softly and slowly let it glide down your hair.
See, I would worry it would burn my hair at that point. I felt as if you were holding it there for ages. That's how I kind of...
It's not really clean, it's just softly on it. It's
right,
not,
okay.
And you would be using your heat protectors. I should have brought them round as well.
Right.
So that'll just give you a nice kind of soft cuddle. I'll do another one just to show you.
Do one pulling it out the way now. Yeah, just to...
Thanks, Georgie. Right, so I'll show you now one pulling it out just to see the difference. So that's kept the length of my extension there. Whereas before, when I first started ever getting taught how to cuddle, I would usually always do my big cuddle. Sorry, my big turn round. So 1 360 turn round, so you've got your shape like that. And then I would pull it. That's the thing nowadays, there's so many different types of cuddles. So now when I'm doing clients, there's certain looks. If I want a big red carpet cuddle and stuff, a lot of the time you are pulling them out in different directions. So that's, then jump that up. Got good to be
yeah, so you're saying that it brings up the length.
Brush them through. It's different just when you see one.
Yeah.
So it just gives you the same idea, the cuddle, but it's just a shorter. So
right.
if you're the difference in angles, you're going to get a different cuddle. I'll show you now in the other side so that you can see the difference of the soft GHD curling tong. So I would use this all the time. I've kind of came away from my straighteners because with my extensions I like just that kind of loose look with my cuddle, and it gives a kind of volumized look. So I'll show you the difference. So it's the same. I tend to take a bigger section of my cuddle depending on how loose you want the cuddle. If you want it looser, I keep looking up here. If you want the cuddle looser, I would always take a bigger section. There's times if I'm quickly getting ready for work, I could just put that into 3 big sections with a curling tong, and I'll just tong it all, and then it'll just brush into a nice kind of wave. So I'll show you. Where's my clip? I was saying to Andrew before, if I was using the tong in the shop in my work on a client, I would tend to a lot of the time not use, because Andrew was talking about she's got the actual wand. I would actually a lot of the time, so you don't, because a lot of people feel they get lines in the hair when they clamp the tong down. So you've got the option with the GHD tong that you can wrap it round just like the wand, or else you can use it with the clippers, which I tend to use it with the clippers on myself just because it's easier. So again, coming away from your face, always at the sides, I would always do your tong away from your face, unless you were doing maybe like a kind of beachy tousled look, you would do alternatives, but I would always do my 2 sides with this type of cuddle that I'm showing you, the soft cuddle. Right, so I'm just going to do the soft cuddle with the tong. So when I'm doing it in the house myself, I would tend to kind of start slightly lower just because I feel it's easier and you don't get the curl right at the root. I tend to like my curl just coming down. So I would, again like the straightener, clamp it in, 1 big turn, and then slide it down just till your hair is reaching the end there. And then I would roll it up. Leave it just for a few, kind of 5 seconds until you feel the heat. So that gives you that kind of more looser.
That's like more like a ringlet, isn't it?
But then I'll show you a couple. It just gives you that kind of big, soft, kind of looser, kind of wave curl, I would say. It's not like, when that drops, I tend to do all the one side and then I would brush it through. You just get that nice kind of bounce on the end. So I clamp it in, turn it round once, then pull it to the bottom, Sometimes if you've got a lot of layers in your hair, you might need to go over that wee bit at the end, but I'll show you. So then I would curl that up, hold it for 5. And if you've got a big bit sticking out the end so you don't get a straight bit, just before you let it go, just slide it and hold it another couple of seconds. So usually once I've finished doing my side, I would then brush that through, and it just gives you a kind of nice kind of bouncy curl rather than the tighter look with the straighteners. Can't really tell, I'll do my full side. So that gives you more of a kind of ringlety, soft, higher up look, whereas this just gives you that nice kind of waved effect. So I'll try it on Andrew now and try and teach her how to do it. You can see the difference there.
So Ruth was talking about the different types of curling tongs. So this is the difference that Ruth was referring to. As you can see, Ruth has got the clipper part there, whereas mine doesn't.
It'll just be the wand.
So yeah, mine's just a basic one. So what I normally do, and I don't know if I'm doing it right, I'm sure Ruth would tell me, this is not on by the way, I just twist it round like that, and then hold it, and then just pull it out.
Like when you're doing the wand, you're better making sure you'll get more of a kind of softer look if you have it more flat wrapped. Like see how I've not flat, like yeah, I'll show you. So that's your hair sitting flat on the wand.
Yeah.
As to opposed of, you can do it so you can twist it, so as you turn it, you're twisting your hand, and that gives you more of a tighter, defined look.
Right, so what was I doing when I was doing it?
You would probably just be flat.
Yeah.
Wrapping it round.
Right, okay, but that's not what we're talking about. Just wanted to show the difference today. So I'm going to now attempt to curl my own hair. Right, okay, so Ruth said to section it into 2 sections, so that's 2 sections now. The hairdresser's always a hairdresser, look. So then I would take the back section.
And just take like about
that much.
No, that's too much. So go and turn your head round. So really, instead of taking it from up here, Andrew's grabbing our section from like the middle of her head there. It's more going horizontal, so you're getting it from under here. So if you feel it kind of at your neck there,
right,
you're starting.
Well, that's quite. It's not a lot at all that you've given me, right?
Oh, nice. Sorry.
No, but I just expected more than that. So, and then I'll just use my own tongs because that's what I'm used to using. So you're saying go in. I'm scared to burn myself. I'm going to look down
in a minute.
Right, in here. Right. Then turn like that.
Turn it away from your face. One big turn, so that then you should get the remainders of your.
So turn it like. This is really, really hard. This is why I don't get it. So I would turn like that.
Yep.
And then
that way. Back the way.
So I always go back the way. But remember,
away
back
from your face. Right? So then you've turned that right round.
Yeah.
So you should get that flick coming out the other side.
So just pull slowly.
And now pull slowly.
Slowly, slowly. Yay! Okay. So then I'll get another section. So you're saying get it from like this bit. Aha! So not grabbing it, so no, just working. You're basically working yourself up, up the way, right? Okay.
But it's just easier to get to rather than doing it all at the back.
I know.
Oh jeez.
Oh my god. This is how rubbish I really am at doing this. So go in, right, and turn it.
Coming away. And then wait, reset, right. So that's sure you've got your wee bit.
Yeah.
But change your position, pull it down the way slowly.
I think I'm getting this.
You will. What happened there was your wee bit fell away, so as long as you make sure that's staying in your straighteners, that would have been perfect.
Right, okay, so take another
You alright?
section. again taking from the bottom bit. I'm going to keep that clipper of yours, that's better than the... Right, so in, I think I've definitely got that bit, and then I just turn,
Right.
keep it for a few seconds.
No, you don't need to keep it, that was just so I was telling you.
Alright.
But just to make sure, don't let that bit go, so pull it down, more down towards that way.
Okay. Mommy, I'm very more.
You're getting it?
Oh, I'm getting that's the first time. Yes, it's taken me years to learn how to do that. So again, I'm going to there we go.
It's taking extra effort just for you to get used to that.
I think it's thank you, Georgie.
Right. So
Up the way? No, you said you go down the way.
Turn your wrist that way. Watch your neck. Right, this is where I'm going to teach you some.
I think this is going to be a great one.
Listen to you.
No, it wasn't actually.
I know. You're better. So I'm trying to explain it. When you turn that there, you had that above this here. Do you know what I mean there? Whereas you should always have it
underneath.
Coming underneath.
Okay.
And then pull it.
Down the way. And
no, maybe your wrist is always going away.
Yeah. So on this you're going, your wrist is always going
away. That side, your wrist is going back on itself, and the side on your right side, you're going away from yourself. So your wrists come back, and then another one you're going away.
So it's different on each of the sides?
Yeah, because it's your left and right.
Oh man, no wonder I get confused.
You don't need to do that, but it looks better. Your hair coming off your face rather than the curl coming onto your face. It'll sit better. Oh. And put your hair in your mouth.
I can't work out how to keep this bit separate from my curls. So down and
away.
Twist and bring
that bit came through, yep. And then pull it on. You getting it? But there's times when I do my top, as long as you only really need to worry about your kind of your front sections. Make sure they're all coming off your face. If you find it easier to do it the other way, you can.
So it would still curl then?
It would still curl, but it just means your curls won't all fall into each other.
Go in.
Turn it around.
Turn it.
Bring your wee bit over. Right, and try and push it, pull it down your way.
There you go. With some help. So Ruth left me there to my own devices and I've kind of messed it up. So.
You've not messed it up, it's just because you're getting kerfuffled because of your sections. This all just comes with practice. You're not going to be amazing at it to begin with.
Oh, thanks.
I'm just putting it in and pulling it back. Like.
Okay, so we go in.
Turn back the way. Nope, this way. No, you're losing it. Oh dear.
Right, so my conclusion is go to your hairdresser. I can't do this. I said I couldn't do it and you've not taught me very well, Ruth.
You did this side better. You must just be rubbish at the right side.
Thanks.
That's why I'm in a job. People like you.
There you go. See?
Why
Right.
don't you try and do it with the tongue?
Let me do, because I'm determined to learn how to. Right, so we go down the way. Even when I grip, it doesn't feel as if it's got a grip. I twist, is what Ruth told me. Twist, and then I have to bring.
But you're not holding it down. You're twisting it into your scalp. See my tone changing now?
But I wonder if I twist it the other way.
Because really, you're holding it and you're twisting it right here.
Right.
But you're meant to be twisting it like here. Oh, it's too hard.
It's so hard.
Not really. Why don't you try?
Let me do this front
Instead of
section.
doing it right up the top, just get the technique on the end first. Do you know what I mean?
Down here.
Right.
Down there.
Right. Remember, elbow up. Really, you want to put the elbow in my face?
No. Well, I've ended up with curly hair today, but I've not learned how to curl my own hair.
But you're getting there. I mean, you've done a good few.
So Ruth is now going to show you how it's actually done.
An inch section. Always think of having your elbow up higher and these going down the way. Clamp it on, not too tight. One big turn so that that original hair comes round. And then slowly pull it down. And then as you get to the bottom, just do a slight wee turn again. So clamp in, one big turn so that comes back round, and then pull it down. And the trick, remember, is don't hold it too tight. I pulled it a wee bit there too tight. Just let it glide in, or else you'll get a wee line like I did there, the top. And always go away from your face, round your frame. You're going to see my extensions now. I'll get hair rehab tape buns in. So that's too much, so I've split that probably into 3. Pin, one big turn, flip that back round so it should look like that, and then come down. Georgie? What are you doing? JHD have brought out the oracles, so if you really struggle with the straighteners, that's designed for people to do it on themselves. I don't have that, but it is good. I've used it in my work. So I'll maybe get that for Andrew's Christmas. And that's them. So that's with the straightener. I'll show you the other side with the tongue. I find that quicker, but it just gives you more of a looser curl. Because the one I did earlier, you'll see, has already dropped down. Pick that up. Then I would hold that for 5 seconds.
you moved on to the tongs?
Showing the difference. You might be better watching this back and trying it.
Me? Oh, thanks for that.
I know, but it's looking at it straight on.
You can make mine look like that at the end. So you prefer them?
I don't really tend to use the straighteners anymore, but it's just because of the difference in length of my hair now, see, because it's longer. I used to like my hair.
See, but I prefer that curl.
I know it's just different thing.
I do prefer that curl.
Prefer my hair really full, and whereas now I prefer just a sleeker look with a wee wave in the end. Like that probably wouldn't benefit your hair because it's a bit, not that much, but because it's a bit shorter, because that's the large tong, it just gives you that volume effect rather, like the soft effect rather than a tight curl, so it probably drop quite quickly on your hair, whereas they do the smaller version of that.
What's the price of that, do you know?
I think these are $125.
It's about the same price as the straighteners.
Yeah. Apart from the platinums, the newer straighteners are like $175, I think. So it just gives you more of a tighter, soft curl, and this gives you the way the tong usually I would then just brush all that through. And it just gives you more of a one kind of big wave. That's a difference.
Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope this has helped you in curling your own hair. If you would like to see more videos from me, I will link one here, and the right here for you to subscribe if you still haven't. Cheers, and I'll catch you next time. Bye! Seriously? Water? By the way, it is water. I'm not lying. Unfortunately, it is water. Roll on the weekend. Bring on the wine.